Let me paint her for you. She is a fresh brush tangled with the old decrepit brushes that served me on lonely nights that dangled from the sky the same way paint dripped on my floor. Drip, drip, drip. Her melody is familiar and comfortable and as delicate as the first stroke on virgin canvas. Her eyes are cans of paint I dip in to mix the colors of her stare. Vibrant violets, bashful blues, garish greens, rampant reds, all at her behest. Summoned and obeyed as a stumped artist does to his future muse he spots walking down the street. Her knuckles make their way gently out of my palette, suggesting that I choose the exact shade she wants to be depicted in. As my eyes grow weary and senses blur together to the point where she is an amalgam of all my favorite colors splattered on top of the ceiling above my bed. And I fall into her heavy impasto with gestural abstraction as I twitch incoherently into a dream state I only wake from when she starts drip, drip, dripping from my mind, emptying the colors I can paint her in. I wake up to a stain in the corner of my room that grows at a pace slow enough to make you think nothing's really happening, but fast enough to when you turn away and then turn back, she's grown in size, from accidental splatter to deliberate swirl. The smell of her hair is subtle pastels on my sheets. The cigarette hanging from her mouth oozes smoke the way French impressionists painted train stations, all a blur without solid lines or distinguishable figures. She is incalculable and fuzzy on the edges. She's a 20-year-old's mind in a party with alcohol-stained carpets, stumbling bodies, and pungent breaths. Her jaw is a neoclassical political statement painted by Jacques-Louis David, jutting outward, strong and crisp. The message is clear. Her exposed shoulders are German Romanticism's love of nature, with her acromion, a rock pointing upward through the field of snow with a lonely wanderer off in the distance, acquiescent to his surroundings as I am to her clavicle against my lips as I make my way upward to her neck. Her legs are a surrealist dream, with elephants, scorpions, fish in the shape of triangles, clocks melting over an apple attached to a man's hat as Joan Miró captures anthropomorphic blobs of incandescent music notes at the beat of a herd of rhinoceroses galloping towards the back of her knees. If I can find it. All a symphony of Dadaism, minimalist sculpture, and hieroglyphs on pyramid walls. She is undefined. But if you were to look her up in the dictionary at 3 in the morning, you'd find a self-portrait of Van Gogh screaming at water lilies painted by Monet in the shape of Gothic cathedral windows in the middle of a swamp, surrounded by stone trees sculpted by Rodin and Bernini. And if she were modern art, she'd be a plank of wood from South Africa wrapped in duct tape, balanced over a used car with a scribbled-out naked body in the front windshield, with a nearby stereo playing classical music on a loop while artificial rain falls on a flower inside of the car. She's open to interpretation, but only the artwork knows what she means to herself. I can only observe and draw her into my veins so she can travel to my heart, then get oxygenated by my lungs, and so I can cut myself open and fall in an untouched canvas and let myself drip, 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 drip all over, flooding my room with her multicolored aura. And maybe that's how my inspired performance will end, as it started, with her. Thank you.